Casting opportunities on Wildfire Radio. Go to wildfireradio.com and click Contacts. For advertising opportunities on any of our shows, go to wildfireradio.com and click on Advertise. And remember, for all of your concert and sporting event tickets, go to SeatGiant.com and use code WILDFIRE at checkout for a great discount.
You're listening to the Microphonies, exclusively on Wildfire Radio.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Namaste. Trying to think of other greetings. Shabbat shalom.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Hola.
Guten Nacht.
Did you say aloha?
Guten Tag.
No, what's good night in German?
That's it.
Guten Tag?
Guten Nacht.
Nacht.
Yeah, right?
Guten Tag.
Yeah.
What is Guten Tag?
Guten Tag
Good
is
day.
good day. Guten Tag.
Tag.
Guten Tag.
Yeah.
Is that
That's just
all right.
me.
That's for our
That's a Jeff.
g'day.
Don't start
Get on ya.
Don't start that.
Get on ya.
Oi, prick.
What
That's what they say.
Is that what the, is
Yeah,
that
right.
that's the proper it's the proper one. Jeff, this is episode what number?
We're on 149.
149. Jesus.
About to hit the 150. How about that? Huh?
God, I'm nauseous thinking about it.
Everybody tune in next week when we definitely have something planned for episode 150.
Can't wait. Milestone.
Yeah.
So episode 149 is going to be a blast.
Sure is.
We're blasting off here. You might as well. This might as well be Rocket City. From all the blasting off,
I beg
gonna
your,
be-
All right, you
I
can
beg your
stop.
pardon.
we're gonna be doing.
All right, yeah, you're done. You don't need to
All right.
faff around
Jeff,
anymore.
you're doing great.
Thanks.
Greg,
Thank you for telling everybody how I'm feeling.
Greg's on his phone.
How you doing?
So you know he's good.
I'll be on my phone for a while, boys.
I don't like how that sounds. That's all right. It's all right. We'll give you plenty of time because I don't need to focus on you as much.
Fantastic.
Thank
Much
God.
as
Shut up.
more so, guys, we have a surprise guest, literally.
Yeah.
Surprise. I couldn't welcome a more surprise than this.
Yeah.
More of a surprise.
This is wonderful, right?
A true blessing.
What is
what
that?
was that? Is that the surprise
a
guest?
siren?
It was whimsical.
Guys, give it up for Chef Joan Jablonoski.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
There it is.
Wow, the studio audience is
Hello,
Like I'm
chef.
watching
Yes,
Saved
chef.
by the Bell. This is great.
Chef.
It's a pleasure.
And
Hi, Chef.
we're only going to refer to you
I
as
feel.
Chef.
It's nice.
Yes.
It's got its ring to it.
It does. Yeah, absolutely.
It's natural.
I think that microphone hit a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
lower.
Right in there.
Bring it in.
Sorry.
It's like,
Better?
like a
Yeah, you got to be like
All right.
pissed in it.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Just what the
I've
world
never
to
heard
hear.
my voice like this before.
Is it
so
freaking
it's
you out?
It's a little weird.
Took me like
I feel like I'm on speaker, but also on Bluetooth.
it
You
took
know
me
what
like
I mean?
130
You
episodes
get
to
linked
get used
in.
to it.
Yeah. So I only have 129 left
Yeah.
to really feel.
Yeah.
gotta get-
Oh,
yeah.
128.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting there. We're gonna.
150 next
We're
week.
gonna
Tune
get there.
in.
Yeah,
Tune
you're coming
in.
back for.
This
yeah.
is the pre-celebration.
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Please, this is great.
I got to apologize because nobody knew.
Yeah, no, I got the chatter before the pre-show roundup. Like, did you get my message? You got my message? No.
I would
I
blame
like
I
it.
would blame it on Neale, but this time he was right.
No, no,
he
it's cool.
he tried to tell us, but
Well,
No.
he did tell me one thing. We don't plan anything.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Taylor,
you can't
like
say
if
no.
Taylor is
anything-
waving his hand.
No, because Taylor, he tried. He tried to tell us.
He,
put it
he
out there. To
didn't
be
mention he didn't mention this to anybody for a week.
I guess we did see him like almost. I live with him.
Yeah.
So this isn't like you guys just meet up tonight.
No,
No,
me and Greg both live in
See
the
each
same
other
house
every
as
day.
him.
Wish each other, hey, see you tomorrow, every night.
Good night. Sweet dreams.
Yeah.
Neil's
I
like,
love
oh,
it.
Literally.
you didn't get the message I told you about the guest. I wrote it on the back of a slip of toilet paper and then
Yeah.
threw it right in
It was
the,
on that
trash can.
used post-it from 2 weeks ago.
I did tell them, but yes, I didn't mention it
It's
for like
okay.
a week. I figured everybody
Feels
saw
like it's
the
an
message.
okay surprise.
It's a
I don't
very
think
welcome
nobody's like
surprise.
throwing tomatoes at me or anything, so it's okay.
Well, everybody came into the studio and you were chopping up cheesesteaks
Yeah, it's
left
like,
and right.
I mean, you want to surprise somebody, you bring a cheesesteak.
Right, you never
Good
show
way to
up
be
empty-handed,
surprised.
right?
Proper way.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Sounds right.
you are a literal chef.
I am.
This
a
isn't
literal
just a
chef.
hobby. This is a
No.
life. This is a
Yeah.
lifestyle, a path you've
Like
chosen.
lifestyle only applied to one school, went to culinary school,
Hell yeah.
graduated. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
But I have a big family, so I was like a born-in chef. Like I was
Right.
like just started cooking.
Yeah.
I was like 8 years old. Like, Mom, not now. Let that water boil. No more salt.
You do have a. Tell everybody how many siblings you do have because it is wild.
I know it's a one of 8.
It's a lot of kids.
Yes.
Oh, God.
And I am in between 2 sets of twins. So I'm like a real Jan Brady, but like to the max.
Oh, so
Yeah.
there was 2 sets of twins, then you, and then
No,
another
there's
set of twins?
a set of twins, me, a set of twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the biggest?
If it were any other way, you'd just be a triplet, I
two
guess.
sets of twins, you, a set of twins.
Oh, I thought, no, I might have.
Okay.
I don't know.
We only have 2 sets, not 3. But yes,
Yeah,
for
'cause, like,
all intents and purposes, correct.
For those of you thinking that I'm stupid, I wasn't thinking that like she meant
Like,
that
so
one of
everybody's
the
a
twins,
twin.
one of the twins was born, then she was born, and then another twin was
Yes.
born. Okay.
No, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Do you
the
ever-
common mix-up.
Yeah.
Do you think about that ever? Where it's just like, man, I could have had a twin. I could be looking.
Well,
at
I
my
think
twin.
where I grew up, I was like, "Where's mine?" Because
Yeah,
like there was
sure.
2 older than me. They were 2 years older than me, identical twin boys. Like their friends were all friends. They had played the sports, and they had that weird twin thing where they were
boy.
really good.
Yeah.
Like grade school basketball, they were just like, well, because that's what they did every day. They just
Yeah.
like had that. They
They
did
were.
lie to their, and they were identical. Like they did lie to their one teacher. They had to like do a Miss Sims act. They had to do a. Ooh, I don't know if I should say, but
That's okay, it's
and we're
all right.
only like 10 years out.
Statute
They
of
had to, like
limitations.
remember.
We
they
went
had
to
do,
the
like,
same grade school.
Yeah, we've gone to
Joan and
school
I.
together since.
Oh.
Yeah, probably known each other since we were like literally 6 or 7. or
Yeah,
something.
since
Yeah.
I was in kindergarten. Probably. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's a long friendship. I've known Neale before everybody here.
Yeah.
pretty
It's
much.
true.
Way
Yeah.
before he stardom.
And I remember my start. I remember your brothers. They were ridiculous at basketball.
Yeah. Well, I
they were a
mean,
couple years older, so we never played on the same team.
Yeah.
because I was not good, whereas they were. Very,
No, they
That
got
I
all,
believe.
Yeah. No, Neale was a really good athlete in grade school. He was the star of everything. You guys didn't know him.
Yeah. I can lie, right? It's not like they can
No.
look up the record.
Did you play?
Golden Glove.
I feel like everybody
T-ball.
played. Didn't you guys play in grade school?
Of course.
Everybody
Basketball?
played.
I didn't
Just
play
play a little
basketball.
basketball?
No. Little
Shoot a little
track.
hoops?
Would you do track?
Yeah, and soccer.
Oh, your school had soccer.
Yeah.
That was pretty good at soccer.
Fancy.
I was,
We
yeah.
didn't have.
Yeah, they always say that like Christ the King was this like other
yeah.
level.
Oh,
We didn't have
yeah,
a
your
soccer
private
team.
school. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but like.
Oh, here we go again.
Please, we could make a whole podcast about
Oh, you
that
guys had
school.
uniforms that weren't T-shirts.
Yeah, except for one day a week for gym.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had gym shirts.
Do you know what it was? A growl fit, and it was sweatpants shorts. Imagine as a young lady, it wasn't like it
God.
was a full to your knee. It looked like a Bermuda short, no pocket,
It was
made
brutal.
of gray on gray, and then you would wear a sweatshirt.
Yeah. I never had the one with the it was CKS. It was the initials of the school.
Which
Yeah.
was it should have been CTK, Christ the King.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you never
CKS.
put the thes in, right?
Yeah. But there was,
was
like words between
CKS was Christ the King Regional Grammar School.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they omitted a bunch of
Yeah, like just CTK would have.
But there was the one with the bricks. Do you remember that?
Absolutely. Oh, you mean
I
when
never
we
had that.
voted on the new mascot
Yeah. I
when
was
we
the
were in
mascot for
7th
a
and
day.
8th? You were.
What?
It was, yeah.
So stardom
elaborate.
hit him.
For a day.
Whoa.
We had this night mascot. It was like we never had a mascot until
AI.
I think it
IM?
was your 8th grade
Or
year because
KNI?
I was in
K.
K.
Okay. Night.
Oh, a knight. Yeah. Like a knight who slays a dragon.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
after 5 p.m.
A mascot.
As soon as the sun
after,
goes
the evening
down.
mascot.
I didn't really know
Something-
what I was like expecting when you were saying that. I was like, I guess so. That makes sense.
Yeah, all schools have a
you guys
morning
have a-
mascot and then
Yeah.
the evening mascot.
Obviously.
Well, the private school
Well,
still.
yeah,
Yeah.
you forgot. We didn't have soccer,
They're
but
gonna-
we had
Yeah.
2 mascots.
Well, we had a mascot. Yeah. And I was I wasn't the mascot. Like I wasn't the
Which is
official
shocking.
mascot by any
I
means.
feel like you would have been a great mascot.
Maybe, but but like for one night, whoever was the mascot was like, "Yo, do you want to get in the suit and just like dance around?"
Somebody
Like,
stole the suit your 8th grade year.
really?
And it was like a $700. All the PTA moms were
yeah.
fuming.
Jesus.
There
Was
was
it
a
I
you?
didn't know that.
Yeah.
was not.
I mean, I feel like there may be clues coming out.
Oh, maybe
Neale,
we should change the
Neale wore it
subject.
once. It grew legs.
Took it to the dry cleaners and
Yeah.
I don't know, never got seen again, I guess. But yeah, I wore it one night and I walked out and I danced
One
around.
night is a night, dude. That's
That's all I needed. One night is a night, you know? Making a movie.
Jesus, that's a Netflix
What?
special.
Were you like
that
pretty
the right
were you
phrase?
pretty short,
Maybe
Neale?
not, probably not. What's that?
Were you pretty short?
I wasn't the biggest dude by any means, yes. Yes.
So yes.
Yeah, because
So,
me and you
yes.
were like the same height. And,
Yeah.
And when I was in 7th grade, that was like, whew, couldn't even see me.
The front row of the class picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, pretty frequently.
And people would always be like, the short people. It was so rude.
Yeah.
Like, let them stand
You
where
can't
they
just say like the
want.
tall freaks stand in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
If you're over
Oh my God! Go, you got to look up to see him. Go stand in the back,
Giraffe.
weirdo.
Where are my lanky losers at?
Yeah.
Put them in the back.
It's just like, if you're short, let's go, step forward.
They're not going to see you anyway. You're going nowhere in life.
Yeah.
Might as well make it count now.
Pictures are just the tops of your heads every time.
Yeah.
God, that'd be a blast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So you come from a big family, and that's like
Big
where
family.
you kind of found.
Yeah, it was like natural selection. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like we ate every night, obviously. You guys
Right.
did too.
Yeah.
We had dinner at the same time, so it was just like natural. I
Sure.
just was like, oh, I'm a chef. And then I was like, Food Network was like kind of getting cool.
Sure. Yeah.
I hate to say her name now, but Rachel Ray was like cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it was before like
She's not
all
cool.
that. No.
What?
She's like a
Somehow?
dog food brand now and like a talk show.
What?
Wait, since when?
Oh yeah, years. I want to say she's like
Really?
full, yeah. Well, like she did it very good for herself. She literally was like from I forget, like some part of New York, and she was like in a store doing like a demo, and someone was like, "You're it," and then
That's
she just
wild.
like grew. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
that's
like a
it. She was
talk
like a big
show.
nobody,
Yeah,
right?
she's like
Yeah.
not. She promotes herself as not a chef. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's my problem with the Food Network. It's like nobody's a chef. It's always like
Right.
Valerie Bertinelli or whatever.
Entertainment
and, like,
first.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't really want to, and that's why chefs don't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
And then like the cooking shows are also
Yeah,
like-
they're all game shows.
yeah,
most
Hell's Kitchen. Like
Right.
really, somebody's gonna yell at you in your face like that, and you're just not like,
It's all like for what do they call the
well, it's TV.
bumpers or whatever.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like
of
it's all for
course.
like the TV. Like
Oh yeah,
everybody's interested.
but it's
Nobody
sad
wants a
'cause I
calm
feel like
show.
it's a really I feel like that's like the biggest industry. Have you all worked in the restaurant industry at one point?
Not at all.
Nope.
Never.
No.
Mm-mm.
I
You
delivered.
definitely have.
I delivered pizzas.
There you go. You know.
Okay.
So I feel well.
I feel like that barely counts, but yeah.
No, but you were
I've
like
been in
in
it
the
for a
back
while.
of the
Yeah.
house. You know what, like, it's tough stuff. And then she's just like on TV, like, with her hair down.
Right.
It's not even how you. And then there's like Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a nice guy in real life.
Okay, there's nothing against him being a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I at one point had to.
However,
But-
Delete my Twitter because I thought if Food Network ever looks at me for a show,
Yeah.
they wouldn't bring me because I
You just badmouth
taunt
him all day.
Guy Fieri. Well, it's just like the thing that makes me the most mad is he's like disrespectful. Like goes in the kitchen in like flip flops. Like you can't do that. You're in a real.
That's
It's not
his
like you're
brand.
on. I know
That's
the
his
rings,
brand, though.
the hunch.
Yeah, he's the only
the
one that
gel.
meets like the demographic of like I want to say like males 18 to 25 or whatever. He's like
Yeah.
the only one that touches that demographic. Touches
Home run
not
and
the
flavor.
I
Town.
apologize.
Well,
The only
it's
one
allowed to.
he
They're,
meets.
It's
they're
such a-
18 to 25.
you're not doing well with these
Oh,
Yeah,
gee.
phrasings.
The
God.
one-liners.
Allowed to do that.
Yeah,
Touch
he's the only one that meets that demographic. So the Food Network, he's untouchable. He's gonna be
Yeah.
around.
Well, he won next Food Network star.
Did he really?
Yeah, so he was like, he literally was the
Yeah.
next star.
He fell into it. Huh?
Yeah. Yes, but. And then he's disrespectful. Like, this is my grandmother's recipe. We're not going to tell you. He'll taste. And he'll be like, garlic powder, cumin. And I'm not going to say the last one because I respect you. Like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, fucking ass.
Get out of here. Like, my grandmother brought this over from, like, Uruguay. Like, please.
Grandma sure went to Flavor Town.
Yeah. Whoa, home run. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Out of this world.
Yeah.
Nana Esmeralda came over here.
And
with
but he never
head
has, like,
full
a
of dreams.
bad review either. Which, like, you're going to have something bad.
Yeah.
I know
I
you
guess
can't
not wrong.
film it, but, like,
Right.
come on.
Like, yeah, like he doesn't have like a certain food he doesn't like. Or
He does. He
I'm
does.
sure he
I
does.
know a lot about him for hating. He does not eat eggs.
Oh yeah,
Really?
that's
Really?
right.
I'm with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if somebody puts an egg on something, he'll be like, skeeve it. Like, ooh.
Ew.
But he's built that
He
brand
like
where
will,
everything-
I think, take a bite. But you
Yeah.
know,
He'll spit it out
He's
off
the-
camera though.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
Man, those eggs were.
or like,
Great.
yeah, he'll like pretend to eat it. Like that was really good. And it's like, no, you didn't take a bite.
I saw you
Right.
just
Yeah.
throw that over your shoulder.
Like how rude to the chef.
Spits
He
it
was,
out
like,
into a
there.
napkin. Oh, that was great.
But they do contact
Save
like
it.
they'll just go in an area that's like drivable distances and
Sure.
contact all the restaurants in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't really have to. Everybody knows like a place around here who's been on there, and it's like that place sucks.
Right. But
There's
when
a
the cameras
yeah.
are rolling, they're gonna make everything look.
Of course,
Look
We're
great.
5 minutes outside of Atlantic City. When we hear Korean barbecue, we come a running. That's just his thing.
Yeah, for sure. That is very cool. So you went to culinary school with the hopes to where did you go?
Yeah.
It's a weird.
So, well, originally I told my parents, like, no, it's cool. I'm just going to be a chef. I don't need to apply anywhere.
Right.
My mom, I have 4 older siblings who are all, at this point, deep in college. One graduated. My mom's like, not an option. So I went to Johnson & Wales in Rhode Island, and I'm getting a nutrition degree and a culinary degree because I was like,
Smart.
maybe I'll do sports,
Sure,
sports
yeah.
food. Maybe I'll be a
Yeah, why
chef
not?
or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I thought about going into like actual medical, like being a registered dietitian.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what am I doing? So then I left. I started doing this on the side, which was like private catering, private chefing.
Right.
And then I I was offered a GM position at a restaurant down the shore.
Wow.
So I was 22.
Wow.
So like the
Wow.
guy called me and I was like, who's like he's like, I'm friends with the starter, but I worked there before. So he was like, I want you to run the place. I'm like, I got to call my dad. So I'll be back on it. Like, he's like, all right, you have like 24 hours or whatever. He was like pretty nice about it.
Yeah.
So I call my dad. I'm like, well, I don't. And I had worked there. So they were like my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm 22. So half the people are older.
Yeah.
And they're just like, shut up, get out of here.
Yeah.
So my dad was like, do you want to open your own business? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, then you go run somebody else's. It's like with training wheels.
Yeah.
And you leave.
Exactly.
So I
Good
gave
call by
myself
Dad.
2. Yeah, Dad. I mean, you have 8 kids. You know a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done it a time or two. So then I did that, and then I'm coming up on a year. I left. And I
Yeah.
just started my own thing.
That's smart, man. Because it's like you are gonna.
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary, but smart.
Well, it's
I
an
guess.
intimidating factor going into it, especially when you like everybody there. You know, they're your
It
friends.
was a weird, like,
Yeah, because you got to be boss too.
oh.
You got to be
But
both.
I think that was like having a lot of siblings. It was kind of easy. Like to be
Yeah.
like, I always say I'm very fair.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sidebar, Neale's sister is like one of my best friends.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's how we've really
That's how we know
known each other.
Mm.
But being in the, I just have always been very fair. Like I was never, because I was the middle kid, so I was the one always
Right.
getting like the shit end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh. So then I was like, no, you're right. I'll help you, whatever.
If you're anything like my sister, who's bossed me around for 27
I do
years,
not believe that for 1 second.
I've
could only
seen it.
imagine.
I have
That
seen it.
is untrue.
I can testify.
Lena, I will not allow
Lena's
it.
got a good head on her shoulders. That's just
She
why.
is so sweet.
She's
Well, compared to
she's
Neale.
sensible.
Yeah.
Neale.
She's on time.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's
Right.
intelligent.
She's, yeah.
Yeah.
On not late.
Yeah.
Real emphasis on
Yeah,
time.
which of those can be said?
Versus
She's
me, it's just
lovely.
like, what's 5 minutes? They're gonna wait for me.
5 minutes becomes 10 minutes.
What are you going to do without me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like fucked in the real world, but it doesn't
How are
matter.
you with airplanes? You go-
Airplanes?
yeah.
I'm actually with airplanes. I'm one of those people who's just like, yeah, I gotta get there 4 hours.
Oh,
early.
you're like, yeah.
yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
because
you
I
have
know.
like 3 kids
You can't mess
already.
around with
Well,
airplanes.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like I know me. I know how
Yeah.
I am. So in situations like that, I'm way early
Yeah.
because I have to be. But sometimes life happens too,
Dude.
With that
yeah,
stuff,
but then
so-
sometimes I feel pathetic. I'm like, wait, it's 3.5 hours. Then I end up drinking
I know. Yeah,
drinking water and having to go to the bathroom.
airplanes. There's no laws in in an airport.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's
there's
like,
actually a lot of laws.
There's like way so many laws.
Not when it comes to your diet.
yeah, wait, don't
Listeners, there's
Yeah.
no laws.
But I mean, like, if it's 6 a.m. or whatever,
With
you're
your
like,
I guess I'll
diet.
just
Yeah.
you can, like,
Food
sit-
and
yeah.
alcohol, food and drink,
Yeah.
Yeah.
anything goes.
Oh, I gotta catch a 6-hour flight. Drink up.
Yeah.
It's 5 in the morning.
Cinnabon.
Yeah.
Drink up.
Let me have a 1,500 calorie Cinnabon.
No norms.
Because
yeah.
it's like you're actually planning your pass
Sbarro
outs,
pizza
you know?
opens at 7
Yeah.
a.m.
oh God.
Like Sbarro's ready to go.
Sbarro.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good.
I'm really
I'm a big
never-
Sbarro fan.
I've honestly never been.
You
It just
correct.
was-
Yes, she just
It's true.
smugly
I didn't know. I
corrected
didn't
her.
mean to. I'm sorry.
Correct the
No, what
professional
is it?
chef.
Sbarro, isn't it? It's
Sbarro.
just
It
S
rolls
and
off the
B, which is
tongue.
why that's weird, though, right?
Sbarro.
Barrow.
Sbarro.
It's not
Maybe
an
you don't
Italian-
You would know.
Well,
that
it
an
sounds
Italian name?
very
How
authentic.
did you say it?
Yeah.
How did
I
you
said
say it?
Sbarro.
I thought it was
Sbarro?
like
there was a
Spanish.
A.
And you said Sbarro?
I thought it was.
I
think
hope
it's
it's
Sbarro.
Italian.
I've
no?
never known how to say it, so I've avoided it at all.
I've never been, but it does open at 7 a.m.
That's all I can think of is the Office joke. He's like, "That's my favorite
Oh,
pizza
yeah.
place in New York." It's a Sbarro.
Michael Scott.
I'm going to start calling you G-Reg.
Thanks.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
T-Ailer,
What's going to be my fake name?
GF.
Geoff.
Joff.
Geoff.
Geoff.
You have to change the spelling though.
Yeah, we gotta go
G-E-O-F-F.
God, yeah, that is Sbarro. Ugh. I've never known. I've avoided it.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah, get that
Like,
like
I-
Siri said. Tomato, literally.
Yeah.
It's probably coming out of a can, so who cares?
Yeah, right.
Tomato in quotes. Tomato.
Tomato product.
Also in
A
quotes.
can or a con.
Tomato product.
So what was the place you were GMing at?
So it's
You
called
wanna-
Boca.
Boca.
Yes, it's by the shore. Happy
Okay.
hour every day. You know,
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
It's cool. It's a very beautiful town.
Yeah, Jersey Shore.
I don't know if it's the real one
Wait,
because I feel like the real Jersey Shore is like Asbury, north of us. No,
is it a coast on the New Jersey?
Well, yes, it's Margate. It's like
It's
2 towns
Margate,
over
okay.
from Atlantic City, but is it the Jersey Shore? I went to
I see
school
what you're
far
saying.
away, and people would be like, "New Jersey, you know Snooki?" It's like,
Right.
just
I
because
know.
I was born in the same state,
Yeah.
possibly, which he probably wasn't even from here.
I don't think.
You know
They're from
somebody
New York,
that's like
right?
Snooky at least.
Elena, I think is the closest. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like,
Just kidding, Elena.
Jesus. Yeah.
No, I mean we all
Snooki.
know a Snooki gal from our
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah. I mean, they
Soccer
all
team, no
exist.
soccer team. Everybody's got one.
Everybody's got. You okay?
Yes, I knocked
You all
my
right?
glasses off.
Oh God! You're thinking about Snooki over there?
Yeah.
Sbarro.
There's a lot of
Snooki
steaming
eating
up.
a
Yeah, I was
Sbarro.
wiping the sweat off my
Snooki,
forehead.
put the Stromboli down.
He's such a meatball.
Oh God.
I like pickles. The duck phone's ringing somewhere in the
Yeah,
distance.
Duck
the
phone.
phone. Mike the situation.
So
God bless
you
that show.
Yeah, I know. Honest to God.
And all the
yeah.
reboots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
God
going.
bless their
think that's-
children. They have children now.
That's
Yeah,
the
I
only
know.
thing they're running on MTV.
Really?
Is that show? I'm pretty sure.
We all
Yeah.
at one point enjoyed a little Jersey Shore.
Oh, hell yeah.
Full
Or
day,
a lot of
full
it.
day. Like you were laying up hungover.
Yeah.
Full day Jersey Shore. Salmon Rod, The Note.
I know.
Come on.
I know. It's iconic. Honestly, it's iconic.
So that's the real Jersey Shore to me.
yeah, that's fair. I guess.
So I'm like in Margate, which is like nothing.
It's a little
like-
quieter.
Yeah, not so much
Yeah,
Italian, if I shall.
for sure. Yeah.
That's a proper way to.
Margate's a good spot. So how long were you doing that for? You were.
I was there
GMing
like 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah,
And
so I
then you-
left. Well, I was very scary. So I was just like, what do you say? Like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, by the way,
Right.
realized I could do.
I took all your clients.
No,
And I'm
I not even, but I just knew people in the same town.
Sure.
So
yeah.
that's like a restaurant, and then I do like private
Likely
catering.
story.
Yeah, yeah,
Margate
yeah.
is a smaller
It
town, just
is,
for people who aren't
but
familiar
so
with it.
I do pretty much everywhere. Like I was
Yeah.
at University of Penn.
Sure.
I go out to like Villanova. I go wherever.
Right.
Basically, people will just call,
Mm-hmm.
email, Instagram, whatever.
Sure.
I'm having my whatever party.
Right.
A lot of Christmas parties, obviously.
Yeah.
But then like I do like live cooking. Like well, this is like a small scale. We have cheesesteaks today.
Yeah, I can't wait to.
Yeah.
We'll jump into that. We'll jump into that.
And then so we have like a big, huge flat top grill, and we do the whole kit and caboodle.
Right.
All the cheeses. Tonight the selection is a classic, but normally it's like the whiz, the mushrooms,
Right.
the
Right.
So it's cool. It's like an interactive experience for your
Yeah.
guests. Yeah.
Do you do like demos? Like
I do. Yeah, I teach cooking classes.
You do? Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm all over. Whatever you want to learn.
Yeah.
I do like in-home meal prep for people. Like I'll go to their houses
Yeah.
and like cook them for 5 meals for the week.
Sure.
Box it all up.
Okay.
That's got to be a popular one, right?
It is, and I'm hoping by the summer it'll be a little crazier. Plus, like nobody actually likes to cook.
I mean,
I
who the hell
do.
has
I like
the
to
time?
I enjoy. What do you like to cook?
Anything.
Like, what's your go-to?
Chili.
Ooh,
Chili is a fun one.
love that.
I love chili. My brother's a chef.
Oh, where at?
He works for Ristelli's.
Oh my God, I used to work there.
Did he? Did you really?
Wait, what's your brother's name?
Tim Runstrom?
I worked. Well, I'll tell you.
He was it like
There's a lot of
recent that you worked
Ristelli's.
there?
No.
He worked for. He didn't work for like a actual one of the markets. He worked for their big.
Got you. Yeah.
Corpo.
Well, so I
Yeah,
was at that
corporate.
job before I got offered this job, and I was like there 2 weeks to the day and gave my 2 weeks.
Mm.
Oh.
So I like got the job. It was cool, but then I got obviously a better offer.
Yeah. Of
So I
course.
was like,
yeah.
well, this is sorry. And the guy was so mean to me, the head chef. He was like, you couldn't handle it. I'm like, I got a better offer.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it was so
They're
rude.
brutal back there, man.
Dude,
yeah.
I know.
It's rough.
And it's never
not for the
like
faint of heart.
there's definitely for everybody who's like men chef are the worst. Like there's always good guy chefs, but like
Sure.
the real bad ones stick with you.
Yeah.
True.
Well, they'll find like that,
Yeah, women chefs can be jerks too. Like,
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
way
it's
to
like
go.
the yeah. Women cops.
some of the
Come on, we
worst,
all
most
know.
like terrible things I've ever heard have been in a kitchen.
Oh, it's
Like,
crazy.
People talk about, having thick skin. It's like you're working back
yeah.
there, you're gonna hear some of the most fucked up things.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, the dynamic is really incredible.
Yeah.
Like you have some like 16-year-old kids bussing tables, then you have
Yeah.
like the wise dish person who's like always
Right.
the most trusted person in the kitchen.
Dishwashers frustrate me because the good ones don't stay dishwashed.
Dude, well, you got to really like. That's got to be your porcelain child. If
Right.
my dishwashers, I like knew personally.
Yeah.
You good? How's the kids?
Right.
What's the family doing?
Right,
How's the
right, right.
baptism? You know.
Right, yeah,
You
you
get
have
that
to.
like that mom
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah,
And then they
yeah,
like, but they still leave. Everybody leaves.
Yeah. That's a big thing. The turnover is
It's a quick money
Kinda
market.
crazy.
So then that's like
right.
people go sell solar after that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like whatever the next
Hey,
big.
it's a booming industry.
yeah.
You know?
Whatever the next big.
Guys ever hear of bitcoins?
Yeah.
I have a CBD oil company.
Oh my god.
I'm an
I sell hair
associate-
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Take my hair quiz.
My God. So that is cool. You're doing. So what is the moniker you're going under? Are you going under?
So it's called Party of 10.
Party
which is
of
an
10.
ode to my family. Like
That's cool.
we used to go out to dinner.
And
Well,
family
yes.
members.
Well, they're all my
Ah.
favorite. I'm very lucky. Big
Ah.
family equals a lot of helping hands. So
Got it.
True.
everyone in my family has either been to an event with me or like bussed or served, and I'm like.
Yeah.
Like being so happy they're there, but also like, come on, you gotta help me. Like, stop doing that. Like,
Right,
yelling
right,
at them.
right,
But
right.
it's like, I'm very lucky.
Have all 10 of them been at the same event?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe if we get a big enough wedding, we'll partridge family it.
Would you-
All serve. It could be,
That could be fun.
Would you go
or
full,
terrible?
Would you go full chef on them?
You'd have to.
Yes.
Well,
At that point, you have to.
I did a party with my one sister a couple years ago, and it was on Christmas Eve, which is like touchy already. Like we're missing the holiday. If my mom's
Yeah.
pissed, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like on her phone, and she's older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, you got to get off your phone. She's like, why are you telling me what to do? I'm like, because I'm paying you. Like, because I'm paying you. But everybody is like
shit.
so nice and always helps.
Yeah.
Like, my little sister's in her like Instagram bio is that she's my hand model for my food page. Like, cause she's just, I'm always like making her pose. She has really beautiful fingers. If that doesn't sound
Great. She's a
Yikes.
finger
Yeah.
jockey.
she's a hand model.
Yeah.
She is.
She doesn't think
she's
the
a
same as the
natural.
face and body boys
No.
do, all right?
Nah. A real hand for the camera.
That's great. So you have an Instagram for your
Yes.
culinary stuff. Why don't you tell us about that real quick?
Yeah, so it's called But Why Am I Still Hungry? Just on a natural ode to I eat 24/7, so why would I ever be hungry? And we post recipes. I write all my own recipes, and today I posted like a churro video while I was at
Yeah.
a class, which like people love.
Yeah.
So I try to like teeter on like relatable, but also stuff that's good.
Yeah.
Been so long since I had a churro.
I know.
Dude, well, maybe next time.
Maybe next
Maybe next time. Little
Episode
churro.
150.
Fresh churros.
I would be down for that.
God, speaking of being hungry.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes?
don't
I don't
be
know.
shy.
I've
Do
been
not stand on
salivating this
ceremony.
Goddamn whole time.
Toppings.
While
and-
we're kind of nibbling here, why don't you walk us through what is going on?
Walk us through what you prepared for us today.
So,
Also, something's got to be said about the forks themselves.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
fancy.
Wow.
yeah, we use
gonna
the
give you
bamboo,
the,
recyclable.
I appreciate that.
You know, no
That is
straws
nice.
here.
Thinking
I love
about
to
the
see that.
sea turtles.
You know, I can't
Yes.
eat my cheesesteak without a straw.
I need a straw. So yeah, we just did like a. Oh, I'm sorry.
Can we be
You're
like,
doing great. No,
I'll
you're
flip
fine.
here.
You're fine. You're fine.
So we just have like a basic cheesesteak.
Okay.
So this is like one of our stations. We call them stationed apps. So we bring like the whole live demo, like the whole grill, like you're at a not quite Pat's or Gino's.
Food and a show.
More like food in the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're with American tonight. We have some fried onions. So we just grilled them up, melted the cheese.
can we be like chopped?
Yeah.
The chopped judges.
Of course, I would love to hear some critique.
This shit sucks.
Jeez.
This I picked it up at
I want to be the mean.
7-Eleven
I
on
want
the
to be
way
the mean
here.
chef, or not the
Yeah,
mean chef.
you're the
mean
Simon
judge.
Cowell.
Yeah, and they're
it's
like,
natural.
Yeah.
You're the Simon Cowell.
Neil, you're gonna inevitably be the nice one. You know.
Paul
Paul
You're the-
Abdul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul Abdul.
I like that you tried your best.
Yeah.
And then Greg's the what's his name? Randy
Yeah,
Jackson.
what's up,
Randy
dog?
Jackson. Yo, man. Yo, this is really good.
That's a no for me, dog.
Sorry, that's just got to be a no for me.
Well, I gotta say, the setup was amazing because you literally prepared these out front
Yeah.
of our.
I know.
So we do like
our
live
booth.
cooking.
Oh, yeah.
That's the tricky part about catering.
Pass me some of those fried onions.
Yeah. So the tricky thing about catering is I like to do it mostly on site. So it's like
Yeah.
fresh and it's like people love it.
Mm-hmm.
People are
Oh,
like,
yeah.
ooh.
Do people ever get like a little too close?
No, because it's just like a hot grill. Like this
Yeah.
one today was tiny since it was 4 of you guys.
Put their
Right.
face
But
right
like
up on
I've
it.
done it. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, is this hot? No. The only injury we've had is with serrated knives.
Wow.
And like nothing crazy. Like
Oh,
a
that's
little.
always the thing that.
Ugh.
So okay,
That's the dagger.
I got something for you.
Ooh, lay it
Oh,
on
man,
me.
here we
Since
go.
my brother was a chef,
Yeah.
I thought I might have a chance at culinary school.
Oh, you did a
I
little
have a-
whirl.
I did
Yeah,
a
I'm
I did a
really excited.
semester.
Yeah, where at?
Should remember that.
Art, the Art Institute.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
They have a good culinary program.
Yeah, they do, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm too laid back. For
See,
it.
I think I'm pretty laid back also, but I do have that like
The second I get yelled at, I start crying. So I was like, I'm out of here.
I'm like a silent crier. Like there's no tears, but inside it's tearing me up.
But
You
anyway,
know what I mean?
yeah. So like I was thinking
Yeah, just
about
ball up the feelings.
Yeah.
when
I
you're
scream into my pillow.
Yeah.
sometimes.
You're
No,
talking about
no.
when you're talking about cutting yourselves.
Oh.
There was this one kid in my one class that we had, and every day he cut himself. Every day, every single day, he would cut himself a little bit. And there was this one time he was dicing a tomato, and he was holding it just totally wrong.
Yeah, just
and the whole time we're like
whacking it up.
Yeah, we're like, dude, don't hold it like that. You already cut yourself.
Doesn't he have to go through fundamentals?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
oh, yeah,
how
yeah,
to
yeah,
It
we-
might have been
with a
in
knife?
fundamentals.
that was
though.
like our first class was a cutting class.
Oh,
and he
God.
still,
Yeah.
he still couldn't do it right. But anyway, so he's cutting this tomato, holding it from like on each side, and he's cutting towards his hand, and he cuts the middle part in between his pointer and his thumb, and he almost cuts his thumb entirely off.
God.
We see him like grab the thumb and pull it up, and the ambulance had to get called in and
No.
everything. Yeah, he got ambulance. I think he quit the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
not for him.
what would you?
Should have
Oh,
taken
yeah.
some
Oh my God.
remedial cooking classes, like
Yeah. Something
you know,
like.
pouring a bowl of cereal or something.
Yeah. Well, I teach.
He's the
we're
kind of
doing-
guy that would burn a bowl
Yeah.
of cereal.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I work I teach cooking classes at the Free Library of Philadelphia. So they have the first culinary literacy program in America, in the
Oh.
world. So up on 19th and Vine, it's gorgeous. They have a big kitchen. So they do everything from like I've done veterans classes where they teach veterans how to cook for themselves, make certain things they wouldn't know on a fixed income. They do regional places. They'll bring in chefs, and they always are working with people. So we're going to do a class, and it's like being on your own 101, like rice, pasta, like
Okay.
a quick.
Yeah.
cooking for
Easy
one.
stuff.
Yeah. Like cooking for one, and like maybe you could make it for somebody else.
Oh,
If you were like
there you
having a gal over.
Yeah.
Which like are people impressed when you can like as a man if you can cook?
I think so.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
that
I
a
think so.
thing?
they're not like,
I
wow,
don't know,
what are you?
because like I feel like every time someone's met me, they're like, oh,
Well, I eat.
like you can never come to my house. It's like what?
I eat at work a lot, so I don't
Well,
really
yeah.
cook as much.
But you see it, so I feel like you can cook.
I can absolutely. My
Yeah.
girlfriend, on the other hand, doesn't believe I can cook.
Ooh,
So I'm just like, all right, now I gotta
See, that's the
gotta-
perfect
you gotta-
opportunity.
Yeah,
dude, yeah, you got to pull it out.
Yeah, just for
know.
your
Come
ego
on.
now.
yeah, I know. She's coming for me, dude. So I
A
gotta.
nice surprise dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna really just wow her. She has
Yeah.
no idea.
Get the candles lit.
I hope she doesn't listen to this.
Drop the plate in front of her.
Yeah.
If you're
it's
listening,
Velveeta cheese.
skip ahead. Melt fondue. Velveeta fondue.
This new cookbook I got called Sbarro.
It's pronounced.
Sbarro's
It's pronounced
favorite.
Sbarro.
Sbarro.
Boiled steakums.
Ooh, boiled too. You're really
That
busting it out.
seasoning. It's not even really can you cook, it's can you season.
Yeah,
That's
Yes.
the real.
cooking to an extent, and I mean, obviously, it's very difficult. You went to
Oh,
school for it,
yeah.
but most of it is common sense.
It's
an
like
extent.
what you're comfortable
It's
with.
reading.
Right.
It's literally
Basic,
like,
yes, basic
okay,
cooking is just
yes.
reading.
So there's this job literally has directions.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Every one of
anything
them.
you want to make, unless you're like nothing's really new anymore. It's more like fused. Like ooh, I
Yeah.
made this.
Sure.
You can look up basically the ratios.
Mm.
So you just have to look up somebody else's ratio and be
Right.
like, oh, I like this more. I'm gonna add a little more onion. I'm gonna add a little less
Yeah.
ginger.
Yeah.
It's a huge part. Yeah.
So, and it's really just the seasoning. Because people are just like, people always say, like, what's your favorite dish to cook? It's like, when I don't know what I'm cooking.
Right.
Like when I'm looking in my fridge and I'm like, oh shit, I'm hungry. Like,
yeah.
I have a lemon, spicy sausage. Like I'm just like throwing in. And then at the
Yeah.
end, I'm always like, well, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah. You can't just right off the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like how, like, when you tell people you're a chef, people are like, ugh. If you ever need somebody to taste test, I'm like, yeah, that's what I need. Like, if you ever want to
Keep
come over
making all
and
this
cook,
food, but I don't.
yeah,
How am I gonna
it
know if it's
just
any
goes
good?
bad.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like never trust the skinny chef or
Yeah.
something.
That
It's
is.
like a big thing. It's like you got to taste everything.
No, I mean, I just am never hungry, but
Yeah.
always hungry.
Right.
I've never, like, I have my nutrition degree, so, like, health is, you know, I drink, like, green shakes all the time. I've been
Sure.
vegetarian. I've tried vegan. I've more so for, like, the lifestyle changes, but I just love food, anything.
right.
And, like, I will have fast food every once in a while.
Sure. Yeah.
Balance.
Everybody, I mean, come on. Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
No. So I,
Some
like,
of it's good.
I love,
Some of us are definitely way
Some
far
of us
from
are
perfect.
not even close.
no, I don't think anybody is.
No.
I'm not perfect like every other day
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
fast
one.
food.
At least once a day.
That's what
Well,
I'm saying.
no.
Greg
that's-
is blowing the steam off his McChicken off mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he opted to not eat the cheesesteak.
Ribs
Yeah.
are back.
Was this cooked here? I don't. I like it through a drive-through.
Is this frozen first? I
prefer-
won't eat it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't frozen.
Hold up. No, so it's like about balance.
Yeah.
But it's nice because when you really do cook for someone, like when I invite someone over to my house and I cook for them, it's always like a very like that's like my heart. Like,
Yeah.
I like you
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Like I would never invite someone that I'm like, oh, they're annoying. Like I would never waste a meal on them to say
That's the
rude.
biggest thing
Like-
I see in the kitchen where it's like, you know, if I'm working, you know, I work front of the house, like I serve and everything, but when I'm going into, you know, when I'm expediting or something,
Yeah.
if that guy doesn't give a shit about what he's put on the plate, nobody else is.
Well, that's
Like,
the
nobody's gonna
problem.
care for
you.
you.
Really need good management in
Yeah.
that in the kitchens,
Right.
because then it's like the old question of like, why do your job right if you no consequences if you do it wrong?
Right.
Like if no one's
Right.
like, so as an expediter, when I would expedite at the restaurant, the kitchen would hate me. I'd be
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is not right.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, what do you know? And it wouldn't be right because they didn't
Yeah.
even. I didn't even tell people I was really a chef there
Yeah.
because I was like totally front of the house.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like, oh yeah, but by the way, guys, I'm your boss, and then guess what? It's not even what I do for real. Like, it's like no, never really
Surprising
came up.
everybody with
Yeah,
the chef card.
yeah. It's like a card. Yeah, it's kind of like a cop thing, like a badge.
That's good though. I mean,
That'd
dude,
be
it's
sick
got to
as
be
fuck.
That'd be sick as hell.
consistency is
Well,
key.
yes, and I feel like it really mended my idea. So like there's caterers and Chick-fil-A platter at a party. Are you saying anything make you happier? Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So what's the
Yeah.
difference? It's like setting up the little the forks and the cartons, and we have mini signs, and the people wear like we wear the shirts that I gave you guys.
Yeah,
Opposite
great
ways.
shirts.
So the front on their shirts say "Let's Party,"
Yeah.
but on our shirts it's the logo on the front, and then "Let's Party" on the back.
Gotcha.
So we wear like Vans or Converse or whatever. So it's like casual, but also we thought about your guests.
Yeah.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Very much mullet-like.
Yeah.
Literally.
Very much.
The mullet of catering.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I mean, could you ever want anything more? This is like,
That's awesome.
I may get that tattooed.
You can feel free to use
The
the
mullet of catering.
catering.
Might be a
That's
special
a
edition.
good tagline, you know?
I feel like,
Jesus.
like I feel like I maybe need like a tuxedo.
Nothing
tee.
appetizing like
There
a
you
mullet.
go.
Yeah.
You start pulling like chafing dishes and everything out of like a stretch IROC V.
Yeah.
People will line up
Yeah.
around the block.
Even like a
dude.
stretch Hummer.
Yeah.
Like old school, a lot of gas is
So
used.
sick.
You're
Orange, something orange, just like a full orange. you know?
Absolutely.
Not-
serve food while Van Halen's blasting.
Yeah. I have like my hair teased up.
Hell yeah,
There's like
dude.
blue
Fuck
eyeshadow. People are like, who's in charge? I'm like, me. Can you not tell?
We're cracking the flavor up to 11.
I'm Guy Fieri's cousin.
Gal Fieri.
There you go.
And then you suddenly turn to what you hate
Yeah.
by turning into Guy Fieri.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was
Is
worth
that
it.
how it comes full circle?
Yeah.
You eventually become Gal Fieri?
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's the
I don't
end game.
know.
You're like, I hate him. I hate him.
That's
I
it.
am
Yeah,
him.
you
Yeah,
either
and then it's like, da da.
you
You're
die,
like, I'm gonna-
die
that's
a
Like
hero,
an
right?
inspirational song in the background. I'm like looking in the water, like I'm seeing Guy's reflection. I'm like, who am I?
So you're dumping a garbage can of nachos onto a
Yeah.
plate, and you're like, this is amazing. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm like I have a ring on every finger. My tips are frosted. I'm like, what is?
Just a sick bowling shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something with flames, obviously. Maybe like a
the wristbands would have flames on them.
yeah. There's like the mid-arm sweatband also.
Crocs, probably.
Fuck yeah.
Crocs.
Crocs. Crocs
Fuck
would be sick.
yeah.
If you had Crocs.
Croc is a versatile shoe. I don't own them, but
Hey, I mean, dude, they're non-slip. They're breathable.
they're kind
No,
of comfy.
they're terrible.
No, wait. Some girl in my college would wear them as shower shoes, and I was mind
man.
blown.
Smart.
Have you
Yeah, they're
ever?
made for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can get wet, you know?
Yeah.
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 Well, because we like the whole floor shared the bathroom,
Right.
Yeah.
so it's like, whoa. I was in like Old Navy flip flops, like ooh.
Yeah.
And this girl's just
'cause
like
you
full
can't walk-
ankle strap. She had
Can't
an
walk
ankle strap on
on
the
the
back.
floors.
No.
Ugh.
Imagine no time to
Very
clock.
nice.
Crick crock.
The water's like still in the bottom of the shoe. Like
Oh,
All
it's
right,
like
I'll see you
splashing
guys.
out of the holes like it's Old Faithful every time you take a step.
yeah, like people are coming out of their rooms. Like here she goes. That's incredible sound. That was a real sound. That was not a sound bite.
Yeah.
That was
Real
IRL.
ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ASMR. Woman walking out of shower with
With
Crocs.
soaking wet. Oh, that was a good one too.
Oh, my God.
In the ambience of like people talking in the hallways, like, yeah, I was in Spanish class the other day. I was like, did you study for the social studies?
Is that girl wearing soaking wet Crocs?
Where is this trail of water coming from?
I think there's a leak in here.
Somebody call maintenance.
Probably RA. I don't know. I guess I'll smoke.
How are we gonna get beer tonight?
Yeah. Did you guys finish the Burnett's last night? Or
Oh,
what?
my God. That's it. The Burnett's.
That's a too real one.
Yeah. Something like died. The pink lemonade. Like the fruit punch. What was that? Like why? What?
All the Burnett's
I was
flavors.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ugh,
Well,
they're just-
I was very lucky. My sister was 22 when I was going into school. I was 18. And we were at lunch at the Cheesecake Factory,
Nice.
and she says to me, "Do you want my ID?" And I was like, She's like, "No, just take it. Like you might need it."
Yeah.
So I remember my then boyfriend at the time. We like went out later that night. And I'm like, "My sister gave me your ID." He's like, "What?" So my name is Joan, technically Joan Mary, and her name is Mary. So we have the same address, same last name, basically the
God.
same face.
You do.
So
yeah,
I
you
was
do look
straight like celebrating my 25th birthday in bars, and still like 19, like woo. I would go out on her birthday like it was my birthday. It was really.
That's amazing.
That is a
Wow.
genius
So
move.
I know my parents. Well, I think my mom knows now, but
Well, you turned
It's
out
statute of
fine.
limitations.
It'd be
totally
different if
fine.
you were
yeah,
like...
statute of limitations. Perfect.
Be different if-
No, so I was like the Burnett's plug at one point.
Burnett's? I'm the Burnett's rep.
yeah,
God.
I was not making any money. I
Brand
never
ambassador.
charged. I hated the people, and then I would like feel bad. You know, the people like when you're at school would be like, yeah, and then like $5 for me. Like I would never charge anybody.
Yeah.
but I would only go to the liquor store once. I should not admit to this, but
It's fine.
only once, and the whole floor knew it. And it was like, I would like come out with cases. Like the guys at the liquor store swore I was like worked in a restaurant or something. Like, oh, we ran out of it again. 13 bottles of
good
Burnett's.
cover.
Yeah, I was really just
You turned out fine. It's not
yeah.
like-
Everything's
mean,
fine. We've all, everybody goes
no
through their
Burnett's have been drank in the last. I want to say.
You didn't take a bus.
24
here.
hours.
Yeah. I
at
did not-
least, at least
Yeah.
24
At least 24 hours.
One shot to calm the nerves, but that doesn't count.
It was while I was driving, so it was like fine. It wasn't a big deal.
They never say anything about drinking while driving.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think that's the...
Let's move on.
Yeah. It's just when you're in a car,
Yeah,
not driving.
you can have a nice
has
gin
it?
on the rocks and relax.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
car's driving itself.
They make those
Yeah.
Yetis now with like the tumblers with the lid. What do you think that's for? For the car.
That's fair. All right.
They're
guess
marketing.
In certain states, it's like legalized in
Yeah.
a way, right?
Anything more south,
Open
I feel like
container
anything. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tractor, car,
Tractor. Yeah, whatever.
whatever you're taking. to
ATV.
the ATV.
Joan, have you considered that maybe you should do a crossover if the catering thing doesn't work out? You should do a crossover sitcom where you are a chef by day but a crime solver at night.
Well, I have a real addiction to true crime, so
Yes.
I've thought about it.
Because you have a great name for it, where like Chef Blonsky.
Yeah.
I know it's Jablonski. If we drop the J,
Yeah.
Chef Blonsky could really take.
I mean,
Blonsky's
What?
on the case.
Right?
yeah, I feel like I would need like a nice, maybe a mullet and maybe a mustache.
Maybe.
Blonsky is the perfect name for a police chief to scream at his desk.
what I'm
Yeah.
Blonsky!
You racked up 18 cars in that pile of Blonsky.
Blonsky, get in my office right now!
Yeah.
Bitch, my office,
He has
Blonsky.
like a full. He's just Marlboro all day, and like his real gun, and then his like casual gun.
It'd be the perfect
both
show.
out.
He's got his
He's
cat.
got that casual both.
You know, you're picking up information. You're walking the beat.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that.
Or maybe
you're
I have like a
detective.
little street thing, if you will, a little street stand. I'm listening. I'm
Yeah,
out on the
there you
street.
go.
Oh, yeah, you're out on the
Yeah.
street.
I
Wait.
mean,
How
Hey, I'm
about
just doing a cooking demo. Don't mind me.
yeah.
And then
Da-da-da.
directional microphone
Onion. Yeah.
shaped like a hot
It's like,
dog
why
or
are
something
there
like that.
12 people miking this one person demo? The whole street's hot.
exclusively
catching
dressed up
them.
as a chef, though?
Yeah, well, naturally.
Oh, like
Yeah.
while she's like,
Yeah.
while you
Oh, yeah,
solving
yeah.
crime.
So people will be like, Guy Fieri's here. Look at all these mics.
Would it all be like food related crime or something? Like
Ooh.
poisonings?
It'd be
Well,
the,
you know, with the government shutdown, all of the health checks for the restaurants are backed up.
Sweet.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
Great.
And the sad thing I just saw was there's like a new label process when you have beer,
yeah.
and it's so backed up that like the spring beers won't even come out.
Wow.
Damn.
Mm.
Yeah.
Trump's going too far.
And today you had all that fast food. We're looking at it eating all
Yeah,
those
yeah,
Big
yeah.
Macs.
I brought all that.
Not to
fast
bring
food.
up politics, but that's just something I heard today, and I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, that hits close to home.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even think about the health inspectors. Like, yeah.
Right.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, today, for anybody who's not familiar, Clemson won the national title game. College-wise, they went
Clemson
to
Tigers.
Clemson Tigers. They went to
Clemson
visit the White
Tigers.
House today, as is tradition. And the White House, I suppose, didn't have their chefs on staff. I guess
Yeah.
because of the shutdown and
Because they
everything.
Or
enough
maybe
staff?
Clemson wanted that.
Maybe,
Like,
but
hey,
why? Like,
guys.
I would not. I'd be so mad.
It's like such a weird thing.
Yeah.
It is
They
very
might have-
odd.
My only thing is like they've been playing. You know, they maybe they haven't eaten junk all
I
year.
feel like
They
the most
aren't
athletic
athletes.
people eat the worst.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
isn't there a lot of like Olympic runners who say they eat like 20 chicken nuggets from
They
McDonald's?
can get
the
away
day
with
Like
it
before?
Subway.
they
Yeah.
work out so much they can get away with
Yeah.
it.
So many
but-
calories burned.
They're running,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
4 hours.
Right,
Regardless,
true.
I don't think Big Mac when I'm going to the White House.
Right.
Yes,
Exactly. That's the
that's
biggest
true.
thing. Yeah.
I'm thinking like charger plate, full setting,
Yeah.
little menu detailed what I'm getting.
Do you think they got one of those little bread combs
Oh,
to
naturally.
get the crumbs off the table?
Oh, yeah. But were
Yeah.
there servers? It was just Trump in the buffet.
It's the buffet, and Trump was just like, hey.
Like Chick-fil-A didn't even send a guy. It's not like
Yeah,
it.
did Trump have to,
Chick-fil-A's big.
did Trump have to take his own car to like every Wendy's and every McDonald's?
The whole motorcade goes through the
He drove a
drive-thru.
Hyundai Sonata.
Yeah.
Something discreet.
Did a couple Postmates orders on the way.
He's going to put out a code tomorrow. Use my code to
Use
get
Trump 20 for 20% off your next post.
MAGA.
MAGA.
MAGA 2020 for free Postmates.
I love it. I love it.
Isn't that how we won the first time?
I think so.
This is promise
Is that it?
Postmates to everybody.
That's awesome, man. They should have hired Chef Blonsky.
Well, too busy
Get to the
fighting
bottom
crime,
of
you
it.
know? It's that crime that keeps me from the kitchen sometimes. It's finding that balance.
Do we yes? Is that a yes?
That looks like a
I'm
yes.
shaking my magic 8-ball, and I'm pointing to the Ouija board, and all signs are pointing.
All
to
signs
yes.
are pointing. Ask again later. No, yeah, we play a game on the Microphonies called. Oh, my headphones are all messed up. Sorry. Play a game on the Microphonies called Greg's List. I give my co-host and guest multiple choice questions. Each choice belongs to a different category. You got to pick which choice belongs to which category. Today's categories, I have episodes of CSI New York. Speaking of crime. And
I did not know that. Did you just make this like 2 seconds ago?
Yeah.
I saw him note taking. I'm like,
Yeah,
whoa.
the whole time.
I thought maybe like fantasy sports or something.
I
was figuring out. Like a lineup.
Working on my team.
Yeah, I gotta set my lineup. Hold up.
Greg's up late chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
The Rams aren't favored this weekend.
Who's hurt?
So, CSI New York, songs, and also New York rapper Maze
Never heard
songs by
Mace.
Mace.
Mace?
Sbarro.
Did you just make him a
Sbarro.
vegetable?
Sbarro.
Sbarro menu item.
Maze?
Sbarro.
Mace.
I listened to the pronunciation, by the way.
How did it go?
Sbarro.
Sbarro.
It's Sbarro.
Fuck it, Greg.
Sbarro.
Sbarro. You
I like
pronounce
that
it like
you
it's,
put the hand in there.
you pronounce it like it's one word.
like as
there's,
Italian as it is.
There's no
Sbarro.
apostrophe, pretty much. It's just Sbarro.
I lived my whole life thinking it was Sbarro. So,
Sbarro.
if
like
nothing else
Sbarro.
happens this evening, I learned something
There
new.
you go. One thing you've learned.
Pulling a laugh and learn.
Yes.
That's what happens.
You like it?
What's up?
I said you like Sbarro?
Sbarro? Yeah, I feel better saying Sbarro than Sbarro.
Do you go there?
No, I'm saying
I've
you
never
and
gone
Don't
there.
say it like that.
Why
Just
do you
say
say it
Sbarro.
like that?
Sbarro.
Yeah, Sbarro.
Sbarro.
I feel
See
like
you,
I'm,
Rolls
Sbarro.
right off
I
the
feel like I'm trying to
every day.
describe like a bird or something. Like, I don't know. It looks like a fucking
sparrow?
sparrow or something.
A
Yeah, but
sparrow.
guy
Jack
who doesn't know
Sparrow.
what a sparrow
Get
is.
your binos out. Check out the sparrow in the tree over there.
And it's like, we're open at 7 a.m. Full pizza, calzones.
It regurgitates a tiny baby like pizza into its baby's mouth.
Yeah, a personal
God.
pan.
Circle of life.
A little. All right.
Nature is beautiful.
And the,
Anyway,
and the baby might get food poisoning.
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, the
Greg.
health inspectors.
Yeah, okay, then he definitely will.
Let's jump into this. How about I start with Jeff?
Go ahead.
Just so you can see.
So what do we?
how-
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
can you,
I would
what was
like
it?
to-
What was it?
CSI New York.
CSI.
Mace.
Are you a big CSI guy?
No. I'm,
Okay. I'm not either. I've never.
yeah, I've never really watched any of those.
I've never watched a single episode.
I'm into it.
Which
though.
is the one
I
with
do
the,
know
like-
some Mace stuff though, so
He
I
does-
don't know Mason.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I know a couple tunes.
There you go.
Like the,
It's right up your alley then.
I don't know.
Jeff,
Yes.
American Dreamers, Money Comes and Goes, Paper Chase.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know that song?
Yeah, that's like the Who. That's what I was wondering if it
Is Money Comes and Goes the CSI episode?
Money Comes and Goes, Mace.
Ooh,
What was the first one?
sounds.
American Dreamers.
That's the CSI.
That is correct.
Very cool.
Neil, are you ready? See you attacking
I think
that
he is.
snack over there.
I didn't get a chance to finish the cheesesteak.
It was,
so
yeah, I
amazing.
Oh,
by-
very
by
good,
the way,
by the way.
fantastic.
amazing.
Yeah.
Let me,
no need. No
Give it
need.
up for the
Thank you.
cheese
Yes,
steak.
also-
I see clean plates.
They were very
I'm
nice. They
happy.
were very nice.
Clean plate
Very nice.
clubs.
Cool.
I'm gonna get this last few morsels in there.
I did bring forks in case it dropped. you know.
Fantastic. Neil, heavyweight champ. 3 generations are enough. Another story to tell.
Another story to tell. Mace.
That is correct.
Woo! He said it so certain too.
You gotta say it with conviction.
He has
Sometimes
that
you,
tattooed somewhere.
sometimes you can even convince Greg into thinking he made a mistake.
I
if he
don't
says-
know.
He'll go.
I didn't look. I didn't look far enough into the. I didn't look at season 5.
What was the first one again?
Heavyweight champ. 3 generations are enough.
3 generations are enough. CSI New York.
He's good.
This is not his first week.
Pew 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 pew
This
pew.
is all right.
Are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
I have. Call and respond. Supply and demand. Jail visit.
I'm gonna go supply and demand Mace.
Supply and demand. CSI New York.
Ooh,
That one sounds like it
that
would be, wouldn't it?
does. I'm bamboozled. And what was the other two?
Call and respond. Jail visit.
I'm gonna say call and respond, Mace.
Call and respond. I made up. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Oh.
I didn't want to say jail visit.
I don't blame you.
You know, I
I was
just
gonna
feel
say
like,
that too.
yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to
I
guess.
kind
jail
of like,
visit.
yeah. I just felt that was too obvious.
It's you know what? That's
I like it. I like
Greg's-
that you
credit to
threw
me,
a
I-
really
Greg's-
controversial.
Greg's good at this, though.
Yeah, no, I
he
like
can
it.
really twist it on you.
No, I like that you make them up too. Not even like 50-50. Let's throw in a
it's a little curveball in there.
yeah.
Hey Taylor, you ready?
Hi.
I have
Hi.
Zoo York Concrete Jungle Awards Show.
Concrete Jungle is Pastor Mace.
That one I made up.
Is Zoo York then?
Zoo
Song?
York. Zoo, is that your guess?
It's the song.
Zoo York is CSI New York
Wow.
Awards Show. Song by Mace.
We all need to get on the Mace playlist.
Yeah, really.
So him and
No kidding.
Puff Daddy.
Is that right?
He did. He was a bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bad boy for life.
Yeah.
Not was.
Well,
That's
now
for
he's a
life.
pastor, so it's not for life.
He's a good boy now.
Those
He's
chains.
quite a good boy.
Oh wait, Mace is a pastor?
Yeah.
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 Wow.
He had an album. Yeah, it came out this year. He had an album come out. So
Ooh.
I remember
Wow.
he made that
Church-
comeback in
Yeah.
like 2004
Well,
or 5.
welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
all know that soon.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yes.
I have Young Blood. Blood is Thicker. Blood and Rain.
Blood and Rain is Mace.
Blood and Rain I made up.
Shit.
Ooh.
Oh, my
I think we
God.
should go into songwriting or something. This
I
is
can
like,
make I can make up names for him. But
yeah, we got the. Once you finish the song, call the name guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood is thicker and what?
Young Blood.
Oh no. Blood is thicker. Is that the CSI?
Blood is Thicker is a Mace song.
Oh
Man.
That is thicker.
I'm okay.
Is that it? Is that the hook of the song?
I have no idea. He just had the very soft delivery.
Yeah.
Hi. Like that? Hello. Blood is thicker.
He's not a dainty boy.
For rapping, he had the most like non-threatening delivery
yeah,
though.
no, yeah, you're not wrong. Did he use like a Mr. Rogers beat or something?
That's
Was it-
pretty
was-
sick.
That'd be sick. I
Was it
don't know.
Mr. Rogers? I can't remember.
I feel like the welcome back is.
it's like
It's like Mr. Rogers, like he actually the video is like him
yeah,
putting the
that's what
sweater
it was.
on and
but it was
changing
like
the
Sesame
shoes.
Street or something. Was the
Yeah.
beat? Maybe
I don't know if it
No,
was a beat,
that's
but
like
the
an
video
old
was
soul song.
I can't
the
remember.
video
back.
was definitely an ode to our favorite Mr. Rogers.
Hell yeah. Okay, that's what I was saying. That's definitely what I was thinking of.
Putting the sweater on.
Yeah,
The cardigan.
Cardigan, yeah.
it's beautiful.
Beautiful day.
It is beautiful. It's a beautiful day.
Neil, are you ready?
Yeah. What do you got for me?
Hand in hand, looking at me, stuck on you.
Stuck on You, CSI New York.
He's good.
Um,
Little CSI outtake.
That's it was in between scenes as they walked to this crime scene. What was what was the
Hand in hand, looking at me.
looking at me, Mace?
He's very good.
He knows his Mace.
Wow.
He knows his Mace. He knows his CSI. His crime dramas.
Do they are these songs just in the show, or is it like a
Oh no, these are names of episodes.
Titles.
Episode titles.
whoa?
Yeah.
Oh.
Titles of episodes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. That makes more sense. I'm
That's
like,
why
wow,
you got
they
the-
really. He's like looking on the credits for these songs.
Yeah, I got a little deep dive into
I saw the
Wikipedia.
whole like line, and I saw you do it beginning to end, but
Every day.
I really
after
was
work,
like, my God, he wasn't on his phone that long. That's a lot to know.
Greg listens to approximately 6 hours of CSI theme songs.
Yeah. Mutes the characters.
Yeah, no dialogue,
No.
subtitles,
No
has the
need.
playlist.
Well, the you're talking about the orchestral
original
That's what I was
soundtrack.
saying. I'm
Not
like, are these
orchestral, maybe.
songs? Okay, that makes more sense.
Like-
Not that I would have changed my answers from the first round.
Okay, I see. Well, are you ready for another one?
I'm ready.
Cool game. Get ready. Start it up.
Get ready, CSI.
Get ready is a song by Mace.
Dang it.
Hate to see it.
Start it up. Cool game.
Cool game, CSI.
That is correct.
All right.
There you go.
All
See?
right.
How lame would
Yeah.
that be if he made Cool Game the
Cool
one
Game.
he made up?
Yeah, that's right.
And he'd be like,
Craigslist is
he'd be
pretty
like,
cool.
This is Cool Game.
Oh,
God.
a perfect plug.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Perfect plug.
Big plug.
Handsome co-host.
Excellent speaking voice.
A real voice for radio.
Taylor, I have locked doors from scratch, open and shut.
What was the first one from Locked Doors?
Locked doors.
Is Locked Doors the episode?
That one I made up.
Ooh.
He's got a thing for it. It's good.
From scratch, open and shut.
Open and Shut is the song.
Open and shut is CSI New York.
Oh.
That's another one
Case-
that sounded way too obvious.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Case closed.
Case closed. Open and shut.
I liked open and shut and locked door.
Boom.
I like how they kind of went hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's like a
do it.
two-parter.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
seek
yeah. No, I
the,
can see it. I can.
That's how he gets
seek some of the themes, familiar themes or
The
patterns.
The trickery behind.
The real,
Trickery,
yeah,
yes.
the real rub
Yeah.
is when you know we kind of forget the one that Greg makes up, and then like you look back at it 20 seconds later, and you're like,
go,
you're a
whoa.
psychopath.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah,
Whoa,
yeah.
Greg,
How'd you think of
made that
that?
up, huh?
What was the one that I had? It was like something baby that we did.
Oh God, I can't remember. Yeah, that was very good.
Listen back to every episode to find out, listeners. I have one more for each of you.
Cool.
All right.
Jeff, I'm prepared.
Buzzkill, Mad Rapper,
Rude.
Doghouse.
See, this is annoying. This Mad Rapper. It's like, what could that be?
Right.
But it's the CSI.
It's not. You gotta trust your gut sometimes.
Is it really the song?
It's the Mace song.
What the fuck?
Ooh.
Wow. That's how he gets you.
I
That's
know.
how I get free points sometimes.
Yeah. What were the other two?
Buzzkill, Doghouse.
I feel like I'm on Millionaire.
I know.
Yeah.
The lights.
I'll just go with. I'll go with Buzzkill. Is the CSI?
That is correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thanks, Neil.
Neale, are you ready?
Yes. Sorry, I was commending Jeff for a great job.
Yes, very well. Very good job, Jeff.
Thank you, Greg.
Neale, you can't avoid this one. Breaking and entering, 24 hours to live, like water for murder.
24 Hours to Live, CSI New York.
24 Hours to Live is a song by Mace.
You're lying. You're a liar. You have lied.
Oh, fuck.
Get Mace on the phone.
It's called. So we have Mace's number.
What were the other two?
Like water for murder, breaking and entering.
Like Water for Murder, CSI New York.
That is correct. Listen,
Like
I don't
cannon.
like that.
see what he's
It's like
doing.
I really don't
It's
like
the
that.
confetti cannon in his
Yeah,
head.
he's like popping off like
Yeah.
weird guns out of his
Bottles
hands.
of Burnett.
Yeah, he's popping bottles of Burnett.
Bottles of Burnett.
It's like orange, peach, cream.
Oh, it's all like gaseous air.
Whipped.
Like just
Whipped.
Terrible.
Oh, God.
Whipped cream.
Oh my
probably
god.
what.
Swedish fish.
That's probably what did it, right? His Pinnacle vodka had all those flavored vodkas, and Burnett's was just like, I know how to make $2.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think a bottle of Burnett's was $10.
yeah, it was yeah, they're cashing in on that.
Blacking
cheap.
out for $10. I'm there.
Yeah. Sign
Before
me up.
I turned 21, of course.
Right, right. Nowadays, we're very reserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Nice
black out.
whiskey on the rocks. I'm good. I'm
Don't
out.
black out. Not even every weekend. You know.
Only at weddings. Only at weddings.
Pick your battles.
And every other Friday.
Yeah.
Joan, are you ready?
All right.
Right next door, good in the neighborhood, jealous guy.
What was the first?
Right next door.
Right next door, CSI.
That is correct.
Wow.
Okay. I keep thinking like a killer right next door.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Smart.
Good in the neighborhood, jealous guy.
I'm gonna go good in the neighborhood. Mace.
Good in the neighborhood, I made up.
Jealous guy. I
Jealous
didn't
guy.
know.
Yeah.
By Mace?
Yeah, he's a
Pre-pastor or
I guess
post-pastor?
hopefully pre-pasture. I hope he's
know.
not getting. He's done
Maybe,
away with his
yeah.
jealousy.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
It's a deadly
Traded
sin.
Castaway
It is a
sins,
deadly
right.
sin.
Traded in his green for white robes.
Yes.
Well,
Well said, Neil.
Well, he's probably rigging it as a pastor
spent
too.
12 years of Catholic
Yeah.
school education.
Yeah. Yes.
He's basically is a priest.
I am essentially.
Yeah.
I absolve you.
Thank you.
You've been.
He can give you confession.
Can you absolve me?
You have also been absolved.
Oh,
I
man.
absolve you. Yes.
I don't know if
See
you
you
just
soon,
realized what
God.
you've done.
The bill is in. I'll bill you later.
Yeah.
You're absolved.
It's expensive. It's a pretty
all-
penny.
Yeah.
Cool if I send it on Venmo?
You also you gotta. It's a 6-month contract. It's pretty.
You get it every day for 6 months and it only costs you your
10%
right
interest.
arm.
Yeah.
You can have my right arm. I don't need it.
Absolution is no. You want to be absolved, right? You want to go to heaven, right?
Get my credit card and.
Yeah.
You really need the expiration
I need
month
that
today?
social. I need your social security
You don't want to
number.
go to hell, right?
God, it's
Let
hot
me lay
down
it out
there.
straight here.
Oh.
Just, you know what you're up against.
Spend an eternity without God's love? I don't think so, mister.
They call it hell for a reason.
Hey. Coffee's cold and it's reruns of Big Bang Theory. Damn it. All the time.
He's like the third richest man in the world the next year. Like, he has 10 yachts. He absolved everybody of their sins.
Boom. Absolved.
And Taylor,
As easy as that, huh?
Simple.
should we close this out with Taylor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
close
yeah,
it
yeah.
on Taylor.
Close it.
Taylor, sex, lies, and silicone.
Oh.
Hater. Truth be told.
Sex Lies is the episode.
That is correct.
Oh. Thank God you didn't make that up.
Hater and what?
Hater and truth be told. I was holding the paper upside down. I
you-
remember what it was.
You made up hater.
No, Hater's a Mace song.
I thought you were going to mail it in with the last
did us
one.
all dirty. Mace
Wow.
just really.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Maced us.
And then he became a pastor, so.
It's the biggest. It's the long con.
Long
Greg,
con.
great list, buddy.
Please.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Please.
That was-
Don't
That
thank
was
me.
incredible.
All right, I won't.
Let's give it up for Joan.
Yes.
Yay.
Now that
Thank you for
deserves
having
praise.
me. This was great.
That was fun.
I love it.
Yes, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
Chef, before you
Yes.
go, what's the most annoying thing in the world? A server who can't put in orders correctly, cook who vapes on the line, or
Wow.
a customer who decides, fuck the menu, I'll just go with what I like.
I think I'm gonna go see the customer because then they'll also complain. And we, on the restaurant I worked at, we actually put failure to read menu does not warrant a refund. So if you didn't
That's a
read the
good call.
description,
Wow.
like people would order the chopped salad, which is like all meat, and be like, "I'm a vegetarian." Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Tough.
Wow.
Yeah,
Eat around it.
yeah.
Read
But
it.
like, I mean, you know, it's like in any job. But if you like the people, it's like, no, I got you, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
there you
that's
go.
the most. That's it. The vaping. Yeah.
It's all,
That's like low compared to
Evaporates.
like compared to customers, you know.
you clean the hoods, right?
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
It
all right.
would just, condense up and then drip maybe a little.
Yeah.
Right.
Just some extra flavor.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably in your food anyway.
That's
like-
fair. Yeah. There you go.
It's like, do I taste a hint of what is this? Fruit Loop juice?
Yes.
I ordered the Osobuco. But
There's
I'll
like
take
a
it.
Skittles,
Raspberry gumdrop?
Sour Patch Kid.
Why don't you tell us again, and the listeners, not so much us. When I say us, I
Yeah.
mean the listeners, where they can find you, where they can hire you. Hire her.
Yes.
I'm telling
We're
you.
at poxcatering.com. If you need any sort of food for any event, we'll pretty much be there. And then Instagram at But Why Am I Still Hungry?
And we can put that in our description,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I already
Or,
followed it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Very
You're
cool.
welcome.
Very cool.
Every follow counts.
POX.com?
Like
POX.
POX catering. Yeah, like party
POX.
of 10.
Party of
the
10.
10 is the X.
Oh, Roman
Yeah,
numeral.
very cool. Very cool.
Oh,
POX.
Catholicism,
Smart.
you know? That's the way it goes.
Like chicken pox.
I did have a guy, he's like, oh, like smallpox? I was like,
Just like that. Yeah.
yeah. I
Correct.
was like, well, that's what we're trying
That's
for.
what our food will give you.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And he was like, oh, it's the worst. I was just
Yeah.
like, get out of here, dude. I hope-
We get a lot of our recipes from the Shingles Diner down the road.
Yeah, like the depression was a real error we're going for. Flavor.
Well, let's give it up for one more time. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
coming
much.
on.
No, thank you guys. This is
cool.
great.
Very
Very fun.
cool. Very cool. You can find us on Instagram at the Microphonies. You can find us on Twitter at the Microphonies. You can find us on YouTube.
Microphones.
The Microphonies, that's right. You can. It's our entire back catalog, solid gold throwbacks. Every Thursday, we pull something out of the vault that we forget about sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Classic clips.
Literally from years ago at this point.
So it's a great way to catch up on
Oh, your
the
own
show.
throwback.
Yeah,
We made a mascot that I doubt anybody remembers.
Schmeichel.
Michael. Remember him?
We had a drawing of Schmeichel.
Schmeichel was part caterpillar, part German shepherd, right?
Yeah, he had little pitter patter feet.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
boots on.
Yeah, little booties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
old
thank you.
pitter patter.
You can check that out. Please be sure to rate and review
Yep.
and tell a friend because it helps us out and it legitimizes our delusions of becoming
We're
legitimate.
fine.
People want to hear us.
People think we're funny. They laugh, they cry.
Be sure to go to wildfireradio.com and check out the other great shows. A lot of really great shows on Wildfire Radio. I'm sure you will find something for your listening pleasure.
Yeah.
Sure you'll do it. Jeff, you want to hit him with the TeePublic link real
You go
quick?
to tpublic.com/user/microphonies. You can purchase a t-shirt or coffee mug or something. There's all sorts of stuff.
Lots of doodads.
Tote bags
Yeah,
and
little gift.
shit with our logo on it. And that'd be fun. You know, walk around with our faces on your shirt.
What a romp.
Yeah.
We need
What a
plates.
romp it would be.
We need plates. We
We
serve.
do need plates.
our
Oh my
food.
God. You want to do a crossover?
Yeah.
We could put
oh my God,
our
let's make a
faces on
plate.
your
Holy
plate.
shit. Let's cater at Wildfire
Yeah.
and we'll do like a crossover event.
Yeah, like we'll let them be like, oh, we're celebrating our first year in the new building. We
Yeah.
got the gal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll merch
Oh my
out your
God.
whole. Everything will be the microphone.
Lace.
Oh.
And everybody else will be like, so is this sponsored by them? Like, I gotta get it.
Everything's the microphone.
Like chairs.
75% of the station is like,
Napkins.
who are they?
You turn on a
Keychains.
lamp
Yeah.
and it like projects like our.
Wait, they have a show at this radio
They're gonna
station?
think
They're the intern.
We'll be like walking around, like asking how everything is, and they'll be like, "Great, do you work?
Yeah.
Are you cater? Do you work for the caterer?"
Subtly like pointing at like the shirt that I'm
I'm
wearing with
the
my face on it.
talent.
You might have recognized me from somewhere.
I can see you're drawing a blank, but I am the talent.
That's great. I'll just take more little corn dogs. Thank you.
Love a
Appreciate
good
it.
corn dog.
All right, we are done. So, whenever Taylor wants to,
It's it's up to him.
This old
I know.
a new
It's a
Taylor
whole
gag
thing.
is
Yeah, he almost-
Yeah. This is
I like that
Taylor's-
he kind of like sits back.
Well, this is his
He
thing.
does.
Is he has all control of the end.
he controls the whole
So
thing.
he's
Well-
going to ask us to tell a story, and right as we're about to tell it, he's going to end the
Well,
episode.
you don't reveal the
he
secret.
plays some hijinks. He's a hijinkster at the end.
Yeah.
He's a hijinkster.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hijinks.
Everybody's got one.
We're pulling funny bones over here.
Neale, tell me about the worst chef that you had to work with.
Worst chef I ever had to work with, probably would just yell at people for no reason, and then I found out years later it's because him and one of the other cooks would just pick a server that day and just decide to be mean to them.
Oh,
So-
man.
Wow.
and then for no reason other than they got enjoyment out of it, and I remember the one day because we were buddies, and the other dude that he would do it with, I still talk to. He does a little private catering too, and I actually worked with an event with him. We're still good friends. I talk to him all the time.
So he wasn't ever mean to you.
Him and the guy who did it, they were both
They would
really
just
mean this
flip
one
a
night.
switch, just be really mean.
I was
to you.
like, "What the fuck, dude?" And I'm kind of laughing. I'm giving it back to them, and they're
But
kind
there's
of
that fine
smiling.
line in the kitchen where you're like,
I
they
know
have
because it was an
knives.
open
Yeah.
kitchen, so I can't yell
Oh.
at the. You know what I mean? Because whatever. If it's a closed.
Plus, I
kitchen,
can't really
anything goes.
imagine you being like
What do they get
Hey,
you?
you guys.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
What's skate? Like, hey, cankles. You're like, what? I
don't have candles.
rolls up his pants.
Yeah, like
Makes him into like clam
in the
diggers.
bathroom, like later. Damn it!
How did they see?
Putting like little corsets on around your ankle or something.
But I wore my pasta socks.
I wore my sock slimmers.
Ugh.
What's the meanest thing they said to you?
It wasn't anything like offensive, like to my character. It was just like I made like a little mistake, and I was like, "Hey, listen, take your time. I don't need it right away." I talked to the table, just I need this sauce to be changed or whatever, and they're just like, "I can't believe you did that. You're so stupid." Like I saw it, and I'm just like, "This is really weird. Just fucking do
those
it."
Jedi mind tricks.
And I was
Yeah,
like-
they act like it comes out of their bank account. The like sous chefs, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's the restaurant. Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need regular fries, not sweet
Sound-
potato.
right. I'm not telling it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm telling you on the side.
Yeah.
You know. I give you a heads up when the GM orders something to eat. You know what I mean? Like, let's do a little, you know.
There you go.
What was his name?
What's his first last
What's
name?
his address?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's his name?
It
What's his
was.
link?
Thank you for listening to the Microphonies. Listen live every Monday on wildfireradio.com and follow us on